My name is Johnny Calloway. I am an actor, model, and podcast host. My podcast is called Culture Unplugged, and something I've always thought is the left has a really big hold on culture. And we always know that urban kids, they look up to cool people unconsciously. You know, Kobe Bryant was my idol. So with my environment, where I come from, kids listen to me, simply based off the way I look. I worked at a private school. It was all girls, so the high school was all girls, and the grade school was co-ed. And when I realized my influence over the students, I realized how they were like all been led down the wrong path. And I always remember a quote by Tupac. He said, "Pay attention when the beat matters more than the words." Right? And then if you go back to The Science of Being Great by Wallace D. Wattles in 1908, he said there's no power in one man that's not in every man. So if you combine those two with my upbringing, which I grew up on, my mom was on every government program known to man. She used to send me on my bike to ride around and look for the mailman. I got my mom's welfare check. And if they had the check, it was going back home happy. If they didn't have the check, I wanted to go the long way. I spent 3rd grade to 5th grade in the City Union Mission. It was a homeless shelter. My mama got her Section 8 when we were in the 5th grade. The cheat code was my dad lived with us. Once a year we had our inspection. We just had to remove all my dad's things, pretend he didn't live with us. And as a kid, that like hurt my heart because my daddy was my idol. But the other side was that my mom was able to hold that over his head to kick him out when she wanted to. So you get older, growing up in poverty, you combine that with domestic violence. So I'm watching my dad go in and out of jail a lot. Which is crazy because my mom would like call the police to get him sent to jail, and then he would leave, and then she'd be sitting there and listening to Mary J. Blige crying. So it's like, throw me off as a kid. Like, are you happy or are you sad? Like, what's going on? But that opened up my mind to just dealing with life when you hear about kids not having fathers. So I went through a period where I judged my father. I resented him. He had always worked under the table jobs. He never made more than $7, $8 a day. Still gave me $3 a day for lunch money. Still made sure I had everything I needed. So as a kid, I didn't know to appreciate him because I was taught, like every other black kid, that black men don't care about their children and that we just are products of unstable households and the black woman is God and blah, blah, blah. I had all these same concepts that every other little boy would walk around with. So at the age of 16, the neighborhood drug dealer was shot on my front porch, which it sounds crazy, but he had a jacket with like $2,000 in it. And when he got shot, he took the jacket off and threw it in my house. And so when the police sent him to jail, we kept the jacket. And that's how I was able to go to my junior prom. So fast forward to my senior year, and I graduated high school with no lights, no water, no gas in the house. I walked across the stage with 8 gold teeth in my mouth. I never went to college. My first son passed away when I was 18 from a chromosome disease called trisomy 18. My second son passed away when I was 22, at 4.5 months from SIDS. My mother overdosed on opioids fatally when I was 25. And I don't feel like anything has been bad in my life. Like, I'm blessed and God has gave me everything I need to survive. My daughter was born when I was 20, and I'll say that my kids live a life out of a Disney TV show. My daughter has only went to private or charter school. They've only experienced the highest quality things of life. And I reject the narrative that one, that black men can't step up and lead, and that we don't love our children, and two, that we can't be great. You know, I always say that Malcolm X made it okay to be a man. And there's a reason that we don't hear about the Malcolm X's or the Frederick Douglasses, or the Marcus Garveys, or the Jack Johnsons, or the Carter G. Woodsons, because I want to keep you in a victimhood oppressed mindset. If I knew about all these strong black men, then I look at myself and I say, damn, I'm dope. I came from warriors and leaders and champions. But if I look at it from the eyes of the victimhood, then I've been beaten, oppressed my whole life. And I've never been oppressed. No one can oppress me. If you ask me, like personally, I'm the greatest human walking. But I flip that because we're all connected. So if I'm great, we all have the power to be great. But it's inside of you, not me. It's just for me to be a walking example. So I look at everywhere I go as I'm the light in a dark room. And I'm showing every black young boy, if you're covered in tattoos, I got baby mamas, I got kids. Nothing can stop you from being great as long as you realize you're great.